Mic check 1 2. Little patent ASMR. Y'all got me out here taking notes on paper. Get that bag. Excuse me. Right. I think we got audio. Hey y'all. What's up, sis? How you doing? Twin. Oop. Yeah. It's about that time. About that time. Doing a couple little checks here. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. Give me 1 second. What's up, sir? How you doing, Lando? It's good to see you, man. All right, buddy. This way it's gonna work. If you're familiar with the song, we got red light, green light. So tonight is a red light night. We're not gonna be talking about light subjects. Lonnie, how you been? Good to see you. Yeah, tonight's not gonna be a light subject night. It is the Crimea River post-election crash out. So we're gonna poke fun, learn a little bit, especially about those election statistics. Enough of that. Now that you know the explanation for our red light, green light, expect a green light in future episodes. Yeah, Fried Crime is American Pie. Say that again, twin. All right, y'all. All right, so here's ways it's gonna work tonight. We're gonna talk about it. But before I get into my official stuff, put together a little bit of video for y'all. I think you will be entertained. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All right. Because we got a barrage of content coming at you. I put together a nice little montage. I think you're gonna enjoy it. And if you pay close attention at the very, very beginning of it all, it was all a setup. We just didn't know how the pieces were being played and how we were being played. It was all a setup. Biden set us up. Watch this first clip. All right, y'all, enjoy the show. I'm so glad y'all are here with me tonight.
It appears Mark Halperin original reporting was right. Pelosi's plan was for an open primary.
Had the president gotten out sooner, there may have been other candidates in the race.
Should there have been an open primary, though?
Well, see, we thought that there would be. The anticipation was that if the president were to step aside, that there would be an open primary.
But Biden stuck it to the establishment, who threw him out by endorsing Kamala 30 minutes after dropping out. I love how everybody was like happy that he was stepping down, and now he endorses Kamala Harris, and it's just like, here's one thing that you can be sure of, though, is that now we know that it actually was Biden that put this out and it wasn't his campaign, because it's stupid. Yeah, it was actually him, guys. But Biden stuck it to the establishment by endorsing Kamala 30 minutes after dropping out. Donald Trump accepts lunch invitation with President Biden.
Mercy come and wash away what I done.
82 years old. One final fuck you. After all of this, I got one more in me. What's this? Absolutely insane news. Exclusive FEMA official ordered relief workers to skip houses with Trump signs. There's no way. What? Implement best practices. No, not one goes anywhere alone. Not one. Okay. Avoid homes advertising Trump. Okay, and then notes, Trump sign, no contact per leadership. A federal emergency management agency employee has been removed from her role after she advised her disaster relief team to avoid homes with signs supporting Donald Trump after the aftermath of Hurricane Milton, the agency said Friday. A FEMA spokesperson told CNN in a statement that the agency is so it's not even a question of whether this happened or not. Like they're just admitting it. They're like, yeah, this happened. The employee who issued this guidance had no authority and was given no direction to tell teams to avoid these homes. Ron DeSantis said following reports that he directed state officials to investigate the matter. I mean, FEMA is just coming out and immediately taking accountability for it. It's not like they're like saying, oh, well, we're not sure whether this happened. They've already apologized for it. Well, the positive is that there is a good ending for the story. She got exposed for it, she got fired, and that's pretty much about it.
And also, if FEMA workers are found guilty of deliberately discriminating households in disaster relief efforts, they can face imprisonment ranging from 1 year up to a life sentence in the case someone died due to this discrimination. The worker is currently under investigation.
Bye-bye, bitch. I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you. I love all of this.
All of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like we're scared for our lives, we're scared for our friends.
If you've lost faith in humanity and this is your villain origin story, if you've lost faith in humanity, clap your hands.
You will never make me give up hope. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter.
What the hell? You cannot be serious. How did I wake up to this garbage as my president? That's right, garbage. I went to bed last night and she was ahead. I woke up to this freaking nightmare. Donald Trump.
Goes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods.
I don't relate to you.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
This is like one of the most unforgettable elections. And
I can honestly and wholeheartedly say that I have never in my life wanted to make a video less than this one right now. Donald Trump has officially won Pennsylvania.
Your mom's a hoe.
So Trump wins, and the first thing in the morning I see is $2.15 gas.
What?
Oh baby, we did the right thing. I just put $20 in my tank and went and got change back.
Oh, this Kamala shit is dead ass, bro. Yo, while I'm parking my car this morning, I see a lady. I'm like, yo, have a wonderful day. She damn near spit at me talking about, fuck you, Trump is president. The fuck you mad at me for? Be mad at the Atlanta niggas. I drive a Beamer. I don't drive a Charger. And bro, if we really keeping it a buck, bro, I threw Kamala on a parlay. So I'm just as mad as y'all.
The problem, Trump won, and I'm living in a red state for the first time in my life. The solution, I'm moving again. Yay.
Bye-bye, bitch.
It's going to be lost to history whether a jury would have found him guilty of these very serious crimes.
Reminder that you cannot work for McDonald's with a criminal record. That's true. That's actually a really good point. That's how you know the charges were fake, is that you can't work at McDonald's if you have a criminal record.
listening. Wish death upon me. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Stop. Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
H-Town.
I'm Marquise. Yes, to you, boy.
Y'all like that? How y'all like that? Welcome to the show, everybody. Salutations, salute, sakafet, and what's up to all my beautiful people from all corners of the world. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's been a minute. We here on red light mode tonight, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are. Political crash out time, y'all. I am not impressed with what I've seen. I think we all know that the crash outs on both sides, the extremes, have been hilarious. Look, moderates did what moderates were going to do, those that were going to vote. And, well, a lot of people didn't vote. That's just the fact of the matter. A lot of people did not turn out. What they talk about when they talk about results are just based on the percentages that turned out and that actually participated. Y'all, ain't no black people vote. It's the biggest joke. It's the biggest joke. It's the biggest joke. The statistics are all right there. We got them all. We got most of them, right? Because certain departments are not going to release the fine details. I don't know what needs to take place there, exit polls, whatever. But hey, I got some things we can discuss. I got some things we can go over. And I got some reacts. Shout out to my friends of the show, Messy Mashan, Asmongold. We're gonna look at and react to Shoe on Head. We got a little bit of everything, all right? We're looking at it from a man's perspective. We're looking at it from a social perspective. We're looking at it from Messy Mashan's perspective. Shout out to Messy, of course, that's right. I wanna greet everybody tonight. Let's make sure we got everything working the way it should be. First in the gate was Twin. What's good, Twin? Good to see you, bro. Then we had Almond Eyes. Milani popped up. Give me 1 second here as I work through the chat. Oh, that's much better. Smooth that like that. Excellent. Knots. What's good? Good to see you tonight. All right, everybody. We have Cynical out here as well. Almond Eyes. Good to see you. Hey, it's working. That's right. Stream Elements is working. I think my automation's also working pretty good. I didn't push one button for that intro, y'all. That intro was smooth. I'm getting there. The OBS is working. So that's a good thing. All right. I think I got everybody in the chat. Excellent. All right. And I got a new method for tips, and cash apps are always accepted. I'm just pointing that out there, you know, because entertainment's entertainment, and we are underground YouTube out here in these streets. So pay attention to the Stream Elements. They got some messages for you. automation is working. I'm impressed. It's usually a hiccup somewhere. Let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, y'all. Getting into it. Drop the background music down. Actually, give me 1 second here. All right, there we go. All right. Ohio, as many of y'all know, I'm out here. We got 11.7 million total, right? That's our population. But we're looking at 1.3 in my county. Oh no, he's doxing himself. By the numbers, we have 8 million registered voters out of a state of 11 million. So I always have to ask, why is there always a push every year for the whole voter registration thing? I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I think as many people that are gonna vote have registered. I think that's pretty much it. That's the saturation we're gonna get, because we're also not accounting for old folks that are in nursing homes. We don't account, nobody's talking about part of the population being little babies and y'all's gremlins, right? So there's those two pieces. There's all kinds of other little variances there that account for what, about 1.5 million, maybe 2 million, right? So count all that out. So we got the 8 million that are registered to vote, but then it's showing that 5.6 million of the 8 million. So 5.6 million of 11.79 million people voted. What? One more time. There are 11.79 million people in the state of Ohio. More than 5.6 million people voted in this year's election, and they're bragging about that. Do you understand? Like, listen to those numbers. And everybody's just like, I don't know what fantasy world all these offended individuals are living in, but the shit's right here for us in 4K. It's just right here for us, right? State of Ohio, Franklin County. All right, 4K, y'all. There's the numbers of people who voted. Now, mind you, as proud as a motherfucker I am, there I am right there, right in. Look at that shit, right in. Yeah. I stand with my other 2,703, 10 toes down on our fucking values. Yeah, there I am, right there. So see, the people that are up here and the people that are right here, both of y'all can suck my dick sideways. Seriously. Seriously. I ain't fucking around. I told y'all I wasn't gonna fuck around. See, it pissed me off that in the midst of just doing a little bit of political research, YouTube decided they wanted to pull their little strings and do whatever the fuck it is they was doing and censoring people and censoring what people were talking about. Hey, yo, y'all got what y'all had coming to you. All the tears and all the little bullshit that y'all are doing now. We got a new administration. Believe that. We got a new administration. Y'all motherfuckers done fucked around, about to find out. For real. For real, for real. Told y'all I wasn't going out this year peaceful, and I have 100% evidence to back that shit the fuck up. Let me go back. There we go. So we got 370,000 people voted for Kamala Harris. And one more time, let's go back to that. 11 million in the state. And we're looking at Franklin County, we got 370. So that's the city of Columbus, folks. We got Cuyahoga County for the city of Cleveland, and we got Hamilton for Cincinnati, and the averages are no different. No fucking different. Maybe by a percentage point higher for Hamilton. Maybe. And that's in favor of Kamala. Rest of the state, they sick of the shit. Rest of the state is sick of everything. All the bullshit. I should have played the Springfield Animals track. Might do that on the way out. All right, so first off, let's see what we got going on here. Janesta, what's up, sis? It's good to see you. Happy Sunday to you too. And happy Sunday to anybody that's out there cloud watching as well. Please hit the like. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. All kinds of things we talk about over here socially. Culture, knowledge, entertainment, a little bit of everything. I am a big geek. I don't know if any of y'all may have caught it or not, but there are some Easter eggs behind me. If you're familiar with my other channel, Cat and Poncho, you might be seeing an Easter egg back there. Let y'all marinate on it. Spy something back there. Maybe. At any rate, please, yes. Hit the like button, my good people. Thank you. Yes, for sure. All right. So my intro was heavy with the Asmongold. All right. Some people don't like Mr. Asmongold. I don't care. I don't care what you like. I don't care what you don't like. He is the king of the incels, as he has been coined by many in the public eye, because he's a dude that stayed. He's a neat. He's one of them guys that just that stay in their attic and play video games and really doesn't do anything but stream. But here's a fun fact. He worked for the government for years. He made an ignorant amount of money and he really doesn't have to do shit for the rest of his life. So he decided to go stream. I mean, that's a plan. I can't hate. Hey, dude made it, right? Some people get that stroke of luck, some don't. He worked as, by the way, a security contractor for the government. So he did do white hat hacking, as far as I do remember. If I'm incorrect, hit me up in the comments. At any rate, so our boy lives in his messy little room and does all kinds of video gaming, commentary, and that's where the clips came from. Check him out, throwing him some respect, putting some respect on his name. All right, we about to kick it with my homegirl, my sis, big sis, Messy. Ain't ready for this shit. Y'all are not ready for this. Let me tell you. All right. So this is the way it's gonna work, right? We got 2 videos from her. Then we're gonna slide over to our people's shoe on head, little pixie, Snow Bunny. And we're gonna see what she gotta say. So it's ladies' night. The ladies got they perspective on this crash out that we going through. And I think it's fitting, considering most of the voices centered around this election are women. So without any delay, we're going to get right into this one. Let's see what we got, how it looks for y'all. Make sure we got it looking good. All right. Sis just dropped this 14 hours ago. So I'm not, I'm bringing stuff to y'all fresh tonight. Let me know, hit the 1 in the chat for me. Let me know if you got audio.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
This message is for black men, a very specific group of black men. This doesn't apply to you, continue with your day. But if it does apply to you, hear me out. Don't embarrass us tomorrow. Do not embarrass us tomorrow. Y'all got one job.
If you're a black man and you voted for Trump, I hope that cop beats you so good. I really, really do. I really, really do. I'm wishing it on you. Love you. Not really.
Make sure your homeboy recorded it and send it to me. I will post it and laugh.
Yes, sir. Donald Trump about to win.
I'm gonna add some NPC music in the background for them, y'all. I got some good shit going on now, y'all. I got new memes. I got all kinds of shit, y'all. So NPC music. We're gonna start slow. We got the NPC music. So let's go.
Listen, go upstairs. Go upstairs. I can't believe you like him. Any black man that likes Donald Trump ought to be tarred and damn fat.
Bob, why do you say that though? Yes, sir. Trump 2024. Trump 2024.
Y'all failed us. Like, y'all failed us, and I really...
Y'all failed us so bad, bro, and I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear no complaints. Oh my God, you're crying on the internet. Bro, you do not know how it felt to live with that man as president before, especially as a black woman. You do not know the way they treated us. You do not know.
How bad was it, black women? They treated y'all how? How?
You do not know. You failed us. You failed us. Do you know how many of us have to survive sexual assault? And you would elect somebody who did that?
I'm gonna pause her again.
I feel sorry for your mother.
Your mom's a hoe.
And I'm gonna drop those two right there, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Let's pause this NPC music. As much as society has given the balance of the sexes, and for women to supposedly be the gateway to the universe, this holier than holy spiritual opening to the universe, y'all do a shit ass job of protecting your daughters. I don't know why it's not evident. It's everywhere in 4K. From the damage that they illustrate, from shit like this, literally turn the camera on, front face, crying and shit, telling her host, go get some fucking therapy. Tell it to somebody who gets paid to deal with your damage. And your hoe ass mother that led you down this road. Because if the bitch was married and did things the way things were supposed to be and had a man in the home protecting you, chances are that wouldn't have happened. Let's talk about it, only about 11%. Fuck the bullshit. It's not cool either way at all. I got heat on all sides. But if we really gonna talk about all this women's rights, nah, wrongs. That's a bunch of bullshit. Families first, and y'all are failing 150%.
Myself included. I'm a survivor, I guess.
And nobody cares.
Here, watch it. Want to tell you, ooh, y'all failed us. Y'all failed us. We show up for y'all every time. We show up for y'all every time. We show up for y'all every time. And y'all failed us. Y'all didn't show up for us. Even when we're offering freedom, even when we're offering canceling student debt, even when we're offering...
Freedom where? Freedom from what? Freedom from what? I paid my debt. I paid my student loans. I had 60 stacks, babe. That was back in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. I'm done. I got over it. I'm confused at what the problem is with you people taking out loans and not wanting to pay them back. You bitches are lucky you weren't borrowing money from the mob. The fuck is wrong with people? That's a universal, bitches. Because there's a whole bunch of dudes out here crying that bullshit too.
So many things. I don't even have the energy to go through everything. I'm so irritated. I'm just praying for a miracle. God, just...
The miracles get a job. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll stop pausing it.
That there's just some kind of recount, some kind of something, I hate y'all, because why would y'all make us live in a world like this? Why would you make us live in a country like this? Where somebody who wants to take away our freedom and our rights, who fucking hates us, and you're just, ooh. We didn't even ask to be here, bro. I didn't even ask to be here.
And my point rests, she didn't ask to be here. But her hoe of a mother brought her into this world and left her to the wolves. The point always stands. If I've dated 10 women in the past 10 years, 8 of them were victims because their mothers were pieces of shit. It's just not talked about. You bitches.
I think what hurt me more than anything is to
see how many of our black men voted for Trump.
Hey, while this strong independent hoe's talking, I want y'all to do me a favor. Count how many times the smoke detector chirps. Strong and independent. All you really need is a 9-volt battery and a stepladder. Also, pro tip for the ladies out there, these strong and independent ladies that have bought all these houses and shit. Hire an electrician to hardwire your fucking smoke detectors into your house. Put a breaker in so that you're really protected. You can even put it on the same circuit as your security system. Pro tip from a man.
We already been through 4 years. It's not like you had to guess who he was. But y'all chose dollars over your mamas, your daughters, your sisters, the women you claim you love, your wives, your side pieces. It's just solidifies everything I thought I knew about y'all. And I know this ain't all of y'all, but the fact that it is some of y'all breaks my heart. Like, I literally, when I saw those statistics, I just cried. I wasn't even expecting to cry. I'm a pretty tough girl. But that hurt to the point where I really don't want nothing to do with none of y'all.
Y'all was bulldoggers before the fucking election. What are you talking about, babe? What are you even talking about?
But black women, that's the way I feel right now. I'll probably feel different tomorrow because I'm a Christian. I'm a child of God.
She's a Christian child of God that wants to murder babies and keep the criminals alive. The convicted ones, right? Okay. Keep it up, baby.
And I believe that we're all children of God, whether we choose him or not, find our way in hell. But what I will say is I am seriously hurt today because of our black men. How many marches have we organized for the injustices against our black men?
You need to shut the fuck up!
While they continue to disrespect us, follow and believe in Kevin Samuels, and we still choose to be in relationships with y'all, have y'all babies, marry y'all, honor y'all, respect y'all. And y'all couldn't do us this one thing, validate us. But you weren't consistent.
How does voting for the woman in office that they tried to shove down our throats validate you? How does that validate you? For the sheer fact that it was a woman? How does that validate you? Y'all are some of the most DEI related Fifi ass having children. It's childish.
For the first time in sticking together against us. Kudos to y'all. Cause this black woman, she gonna be real good.
Bye, bitch.
Imagine being this delusional that you think that you have some sort of agency
Let's
with
go,
anything
Messi.
and anyone, that you
Tell
can
'em.
sit here and try to command, demand, and threaten people that you already tossed away, tossed to the side, said you didn't need them, said you didn't want them, said you choose the bear, said you could do bad all by yourself, said you need somebody to make $10 million a month in order for you to even be bothered with them, said that you can follow behind Ebony K. Williams and you can get kids on your own, said you would rather be with women, said you would rather marry women, and then turn around and say that those same people let you down. How, Sway? I need somebody to help me understand. Again, when I say that mental health help is necessary in the black community, specifically for women, is exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to YouTube. I'm a black woman, so I can go ahead and talk about this. This is stuff that I already knew. I already been talking about, and now you can actually see it in real time. Let me go ahead and thank Philip Scott for this compilation right here.
Shout out
Let me
Phil
go
Scott.
ahead and get to talking about it. You people are out of your mind, as I already knew, but now others can actually see it. First of all, and
Facts.
most importantly, You are in charge of nothing. And the things that you are in charge of, you can't even take care of. Take care of your gremlins. Make sure they're not out here gremlinizing. Make sure they know their history. Make sure you participate in their lives. Make sure you participate in their schooling. Make sure that they know the difference between right and wrong. Until you can get at least that minimum done, please shut the F up about everything else. Y'all are in charge of nothing. You keep continuing to land on your ass and looking foolish over and over and over again, disproportionately foolish looking all day and half of the daggone night. You refuse to listen. You continue to do the same old thing. You continue to get the same result. Continue to be mad. Now you're out here on daggone internet making the rest of us look bad because people looking like these crazy ass biatches. The people that put Trump over the daggone edge was the daggone Latinos and the white women that went along with their white men. And y'all.
And yo, I was on TikTok, and I don't be on TikTok, but let me tell you what, them snow bunnies on the Trump side, woo, they turning up. They looking, it might be a snow bunny winter out here, y'all. They looking good. They turn up. They turn up with their little happy little dances and songs and little Pilates pants. Lord.
Are surprised talking about you can't believe that they tricked you. No, you didn't get tricked. You fell for the same crap because coloreds love to get scammed, specifically black women. Love to be scammed because you think you need someone to like you. You need someone to be on your side. Why do y'all need so much validation? You talk all this crappity crap all daggone time. You don't need nobody. You can do it all by yourself. I got this. I do that. I'm this, I'm that. I'm this, I'm that. Then turn around at the end when you don't get what you want because you out here being rude, obnoxious, and nasty. And then you're like, what happened?
All year long. All year long. I got my best friend's testimony to prove it. Bestie and I went out and she was doing a fundraiser with me. And she's just working the booth while I'm working the booth. We're doing fundraisers, sandwiches, having fun, serving the public, doing our thing. And at the end of it all, she turns to me and says, no wonder you don't go on dates. These bitches have the most irritable ass looking faces I've ever seen in my entire life. That's why I don't go out and touch grass. What the fuck is the point? The fuck is the point to interact with you bitter bitches for? Fuck out of here.
What happened? How about the fact that you're
gonna hold the door open for me? Barely. I'm so grateful for automated doors.
Rude and chaotic and nasty. You throw these men away all over every daggone day and then turn around talking about you didn't pull up for us. No one owes you anything. I don't owe you anything. I'm not a man, but I'll promise you I did not vote for Cam Cam. I would not vote for Cam Cam. I'm never going to vote for Cam Cam. I don't give a damn about Cam Cam. I don't give a damn about Joe damn Biden. I don't give a damn about Democrats. And at the end of the day, I don't give a damn about Republicans. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and allow my life to continue to falter.
She don't get two shits, and neither do I. Oh, fuck.
Potentially. Due to the economy, due to crime, just because y'all want to allegedly have some stupid ass symbolic moment with a woman who ain't even black, just because you want to say that.
My sister's blacker than Kamala, whatever.
You over men. Well, what you have been taught with this lesson here with Donald daggone Trump is that you are in charge of nothing. You can't even control yourself by way of these daggone videos right here. You can't even control yourself by thinking that you're going to stomp on someone, treat them like crap, kick them when they down, talk negative and nastily about them, and then turn around and think that that same person is supposed to help you. You think that they're supposed to turn around and do something for you? You hate it so daggone much that you have no control. That's what the real problem is. You have no control over the same daggone men that you tossed away. Let's not get it twisted. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daggone internet for the minimum of 4 years almost that I have been on here. And all y'all have been talking about is how men ain't crap, specifically black men, black women. You said they ain't got nothing. They ain't about nothing. They don't own nothing. They don't make nothing. They don't offer nothing. It's all a nothing burger. And then you're going to have the audacity and the nerve to turn around and talk about they didn't show up for you. You don't show up for your damn self. You don't even show up for your kids. You don't even show up for your community. Who asked you to go out here and
yeah, you don't even show up for your kids. I back that statement 100%. Messy, let me tell you what, back in the days when I was in high school, I was never one of them motherfuckers that was a slow dude, that wasn't part of the community, wasn't doing something. So I was always involved in something. So when I would participate as a liaison for PTA, let me tell you what kind of parents would come to the PTA meetings. Guests. I'll give the chat chance to guess. Here, let me turn on some NPC music for you. Guess what the breakdown of parents looked like ethnically at the PTA meetings in 1992 in Central Ohio. Guess. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And do these dumbass things like defund the police, which ended up hurting the black daggone community. Y'all continue to get disproportionately affected. You're just as stupid as the daggone old people in the daggone Democratic Party that don't want to change, that don't want to listen, that don't want to do stuff a different way, that don't want to listen to someone that might have some new ideas. You want to continue to use the same crap that has proven not to work. So you're trying to tell me this is all Donald Trump's fault that he got elected. So it can't be that he ran a good campaign. Even though he makes gaffes, let's not get it twisted. And I'm not saying that he a savior, but y'all don't care about the daggone black agenda any daggone well, or else you would have been talking to Jill Stein or daggone Cornel West. Y'all just be lying and you think we stupid. Guess what? We not stupid. And y'all
Right
the
there,
educated
Messi.
ones, allegedly. Just
Right
because
there.
you go to college don't make you smart. And just because you don't go to college don't make you dumb. Because common sense prevails at the end of the daggone day. Y'all are complete and absolute insane stupid people if you didn't see that this woman was going to lose. That woman didn't have a good platform. All that woman wanted to talk about is ABs. And this biatch that brought up the daggone Lord, ain't no way that you believe in the Lord. The Lord said, leave me alone and leave me out your foolishness. We had a conversation. The Lord said, leave him alone and keep his name out your effing mouth, because you're not going to fall back on the Lord when you did this your daggone selves. You cannot treat people any old way and then expect said same people to show up for your ass. And wasn't nobody going to vote for that daggone woman that had any daggone sense. The woman was full of sugar honey iced tea. The people that were touting her were full of sugar, honey, iced tea. And the only thing that y'all wanted was a daggone moment so that you could be over men. And what you now realize is that men still have daggone control. Real men, not those effeminate men, not Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie, who went and got the nanny pregnant. Y'all ain't had shit to say. Men allegedly, like Clown L. Hughley, that y'all supported even after he called y'all nappy-headed hoes and sat up there and believed his friend over his daggone daughter after an essay, but y'all want to sit up here
Let's
and talk
about it. D.L. Hughley is a piece of shit, yo. He's a piece of shit. And that's that shit that people aren't talking about, right? They want to snuggle up to him because he's a fucking celebrity. They don't want to talk about the fact that he was a piece of shit to his daughter. Yet his daughter could have potentially have been one of these little 11% victims that y'all are constantly bringing to the forefront as being the absolute bar for everything that women go through. But y'all want to suck all over D.L. Hughley's left fucking left-leaning dick. No Diddy out here. Y'all are fools. Y'all are fools. Give me a second. I got something for y'all. I'm cooking up something for y'all. Hold on one second. I mean, it's out of control. This is it right here. This right here. This is D.L. Hughley.
Hello, monkeys. Dance for us, monkey.
Yeah, this right here. Let me rewind this back. This right here. This is D.L. Hughley. This is Roland. This is every Hollywood star. This is every football player. This is every single athlete. This is all y'all niggas. All of you. All I need for you to do is dance for me. That's it, monkey. Dance for me. That's your career. That's what you chose to do in life. Dance, monkey. Dance.
Hello, monkeys. Dance for us, monkey.
Lousy no good saying, monkey. Round and round the monkey goes.
I need no other gestures as long as you keep your word to me, monkey.
That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need from every entertainer, actor, athlete. I don't need shit from you. Entertain me. Make better motherfucking movies. Support better motherfucking dialogue in fucking movies instead of this messaging y'all are pushing on everybody. How about that? How about a few more of y'all niggas run that little pigskin for us? Run that pigskin, boy. Run that pigskin. Y'all think that these motherfuckers ain't racist behind the scenes, you fucking idiots.
About somebody's essay and y'all's essays, but you don't care about D.L. Hughley's daughter's essay and the fact that he chose his friend over his daughter. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. Convenient how y'all want to get rid of or ignore things that really show who you really are, which is people who don't give a damn about nobody. You barely give a damn about your damn self. Ain't nobody gonna come to you. Y'all always want to blame someone instead of looking in the daggone mirror. That's why you continue to fail. That's why you will continue to fail. That's why you ain't gonna have shit. That's why you're gonna continue to be disproportionately affected. Black people do things wrong. They do plenty of things wrong. They need to be held accountable. And the reason that we have the problems that we do, let me rephrase that, y'all got the problems that you do, is that you try to make excuses for bullshit, all in the name allegedly of color, until you don't get what you want, and then you turn like the hyenas that you are. And you're showing your hyena-ishness right now with this election, that it looks like it means more to you than your own daggone lives and your family and your livelihood.
It was all identity politics. It was all identity politics. It was everything. It was all about black woman. It was all about woman. It was all about the ABCD LGBT. It was all about identify. Ever since the participation awards, we've been on a downhill slide. DEI is done. We got a new administration. And I never, you know what? After I saw that shit go radical, I'm telling you, I used to be an administrator for DEI. I used to be the one that was in the meetings. I used to be the one that was absorbing all the information and trying to pass it down through the corporation. I watched it manipulate itself and the people behind it turn it into a hydra, and you have shit like this. Identity politics. It's all trash.
That you wanted to get a non-black woman up into office just so that you could say there was a black woman in office when the woman ain't even black. Y'all can say what you want. The facts are that she gonna go ahead and be her Indian self or whatever the hell it is that she is, and y'all gonna look stupid yet again. She ain't gonna be no president. If Hillary wasn't gonna be no president, ain't no way that she was gonna be no daggone president. You need to go ahead and blame not only yourselves, you can go ahead and blame Democratic Party for going ahead and allowing this farce to happen as long as it did. They set that woman up to fail, and then she continued it all. Y'all okay with daggone Meg Thee Stallion and all this twerking and all this hoishness and Cardi B and all that foolishness, and then you wonder why people say black women are over-sexualized, and then you allow the alleged black woman to over-sexualize you and think that that was gonna help. You still got, there still was a significant amount of men that voted for that daggone woman. She still lost. She lost because the campaign sucked. She lost because all she wanted to do was focus on Donald damn Trump. Guess what? You don't want to focus on your damn opponent, idiots. You need to focus on your daggone self. Woman couldn't even have a daggone speech about what it is that she allegedly believed in without a teleprompter. Woman was responsible for the daggone border. I don't care what y'all say. We got it on tape. Y'all can lie all you want to. She couldn't do that. And you gonna sit up here and try to say that it's MSG? Ain't no MSG. Then if that's what it is, then I'm an MSGer too. Woman can't even have a daggone discussion with the opposition, but you think that she was supposed to work with people in other countries? Take that mess back to the drawing board, and good luck next time. Continue to do this shit. Continue to allow these people to act like they don't have the sense that God gave them and they didn't do anything wrong, meaning Democrats and all the Democrat shells. You'll still be having the same outcome 4 years from now, and we will be welcoming J.D. Vance as the next president of the United States. That's it. That's all. Like this daggone video. Make sure you comment, subscribe if you are new. I see you all.
Hell yeah. Everybody go subscribe to Messy if you haven't already, and you enjoy some real rants. And she don't hold back. She don't hold back. And as she says herself, she is a black woman. So she will be addressing the heifers in the audience. So roach out, heifers, because y'all ain't gonna like it over there. Roach your asses on out. But if you enjoy some real talk, check out Messy, y'all. Go check her out. Subscribe. She just hit 30,000 and now she's up to 34. Dang. Yeah, she's doing it. She's doing things over there. All right, we got another one from her, and this came from before. And this goes back to my video I just showed y'all, the whole dance monkey. We might have to dance monkey again after we watch this part. But this was before, when this come out? 7 days. Yes, this came out right. She dropped this right before the election. So let's get into it. We're gonna talk about it as we go through. And shout out to everybody who just popped up in the chat. Be sure, please, to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the show.
The audacity of these motherfuckers. Steve Harvey, L. Hughley, Dickie Smile, Owen Mark, motherfucking list goes on. Talk about some y'all need to vote for Kamala. Vote for Kamala. Do your research. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all embarrassing us. Motherfuckers, you all are embarrassing us. How dare you all? You all are entitled to vote for whoever the you think in your bright heads is the best choice. You are not entitled to belittle, punish, and make fun of black men and think the complete opposite. We are not.
And when we're not a monolith, right? Shout out to RBN Through the Fire. Shout out. We're not a monolith. Like whenever did I think like my brother, my street brother, or brother in my family, for that matter? Let me tell you something about not being a monolith, right? We're going to spiral together here. I'm going to cook a little bit. Let me check something right quick. Let me pop this up here. There we go. All right. We're going to cook a little bit. All right. So, man came up to me against my better judgment. Against my better judgment, I decided I was going to step out with some fellas one night. It was obviously not a standard scene for me. I'm grown up now, so I don't go out to bars and shit. I'm a grown up. So went hung out. Turned out to be not so bad of an atmosphere. But then we got into conversation, and the gentleman I'm standing there with decides to he had met one of my siblings, and he decides to come out the side of his face, so enamored with other members of my family, to ask me if anything ever happened and this, that, and the other, and somebody came for my brother. You be there for him, wouldn't you? You be there. Ride for my niggas, die for my niggas. Right? I said, no. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck kind of Arrested Development shit is that? The fuck are you talking about right now, bro? We're not a monolith. I don't fuck the bitches he fucks. I don't cause static in the street with niggas that he causes static with. I don't fail at my career. The fuck are you talking about? See, the problem from D.L. Hughley on down through athletes and this whole new generation of black bourgeoisie, we're going to talk about the black bourgeoisie. Y'all motherfuckers are some sneaky little pieces of shit. Y'all are some sneaky motherfuckers. Y'all have been fucking this country up for years, decades. Y'all came in and thought y'all was doing some shit when they already had everything laid out for a plan for us to be able to move forward, and y'all just started running your motherfucking dick suckers. Y'all started this whole entertainment movement. Y'all got these Cardi B's and fucking and Sexy Reds out. Y'all motherfuckers are some shit. Yo, I'm not going to spiral that deep right now, but all I'm saying is we're not a monolith. We ain't a monolith in motherfucking color, and we sure as hell ain't a monolith in motherfucking ideals. So no matter how America puts me in a check box and puts my other brothers and sisters in check boxes, these pieces of shit, these monkeys, all they good for is dancing. Yeah, let's wrap back around to the dancing monkeys. Let's just do it.
Hello, monkeys. Dance for us, monkey.
Lousy, no good saying monkey. Round and round the monkey goes.
I need no other gestures as long as you keep your word to me, monkey.
Yeah, a little bit of that. All right, let's go, Messi.
Not voting for no fucking Kamala.
The reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole in the country.
Leave us alone. Just because y'all got paid to advertise good talk from that goddamn administration don't mean all of us have to sell our soul.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
We picking up books, we reading, we research. What we not about to do is be bamboozled by motherfucking Steve. Are you shitting me? Boy, you can't even fulfill your goddamn marriages. Feeling people joke. Why the we take your word for anything? Kings of comedy. D.L. Hughley.
Face it, you know, he called them hoes, nappy-headed hoes, and they weren't hoes. But it was some nappy-headed women on that team. Shut up, I'm gonna say it, I don't give a damn, y'all like it or not, you know.
Live on TV. National TV. National TV.
It's true. Them are some of the ugliest women I ever seen in my whole life.
Thank you, good night, everybody. Ross here, thank you. Steve Harvey? Oh, no, there's only one king of comedy on that tape, and it's Bernie. And everybody knows it. You motherfuckers are backup dancers. Why the we listen to a man that dresses up constantly as a old woman?
Facts.
I can't even look at you in your eye and take you serious. If you ask him a simple ass question, all he did was belittle black men. Y'all need to go on with that. Keep that same energy. Keep that. What? Oh, that Rolling Martin. Ooh, that Rolling Martin. Real quick, Rolling. How much gum is under the
Bussy
table?
boy rolling. Hey, yo, I'm going to pause this right quick because I just noticed this tonight. Look right behind him under his right arm, not the one that's on the counter side, on the table side. Why are there two big ass bottles of Nivea in dude's living room, in dude's kitchen, dining kitchen area? Why? Hey, just asking honest questions out here.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see?
This is exactly what they're trying to do. They want to get up into the White House so that they can get back to hooting and hollering and stepping and line dancing. And y'all,
they want to be in their seaweed.
Y'all still be out here suffering with the high eggs, the high milk, the crime high, and ain't nothing changed. But as long as you got a black woman in the White House, AKA sworn in by a DST on MLK Day, then that's all that matters.
Right from the fucking seventh dwarf, Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory, Oompa fucking Loompa, we definitely ain't taking your ass serious. They want us to believe that these type of black men is our fucking leader. Because y'all got successful out of luck, you all are supposed to be our leaders and collect checks and backstab us. They're damn right I'm yelling.
Facts.
You want to know why? All the successful brothers, we can't even take them serious. But don't sit here and try to manipulate us. Real sad that
millionaires,
the country is in fucking turmoil as we speak. The last 4 years, and you are gonna get on fucking television and interviews and sit here and try to convince us that we need to stick with the fucking candidate that's in office now that's creating the fucking turmoil? Are you all like y'all rabbit ass, Looney Tune ass mom? I'm not gonna manipulate none of us strong black men into believing the shit that y'all don't even actually believe. I kid you not, none of these motherfuckers will vote. I bet you they won't vote.
And they didn't.
But I bet you they.
And they didn't. And they didn't. We already got the numbers, y'all. All this posturing, all this front face camera shit, all this crying. He didn't vote.
They cash that motherfucking check.
Child, we know they cashing checks around here. All these people that's speaking up that don't make no daggone sense. How did we get here? But these are the same people that will say that there's something wrong with us while they out here clearly saying that you have to do something. We expect you to do something and then call names. But the funny part about that is then when someone says something back, then they got to be all offended and then try to be like, you just angry. Y'all do the same stuff to me. And it's like you always throwing a daggone stone. And then when someone socks you in the eye, then you mad talking about why you so angry. Why are you so triggered is the real word. If you confident in your vote and you think the can gonna do the job, what difference does it make to you whether why I like her or not? And I don't. And I didn't vote for her. I would never vote for her. Y'all go ahead and do what you want. Again, it don't matter to me whichever one of them becomes daggone president. If y'all gonna sit around and say that you're gonna be put back into chains because Trump becomes president, you deserve to be in chains. Let me tell you something. If you
Absolutely. Just like my community post. Did y'all see my community post? I hope y'all went out there to my community post and voted. I certainly hope y'all did. Now that we can own slaves with this new administration, what kinds of chains and shackles should I purchase for the ones that I plan to own? I'm going to need about 50 sets. I figured 50 would be good to start with. That's a pretty good number. I mean, like if you have 50 head of cattle, right? You got to think in these numbers, folks. This is serious business out here. This new administration means business. And we already knew from the chat, from Messi's chats, from all across TikTok, that slavery was going to be a big thing. We've also got to think about the fact that within that 50, I've got pink sets, all right? I plan on having me some handmaidens. I plan on it, okay? I'm trying to be courteous here, make sure that everybody's covered, all right? Pink for the ladies, platinum for the men. Let's be real. Let's get this going. All right. I need the 1-800 number. Now I kept on going with it. Okay, so here's the deal. I need to know this too. I forgot about this part. Are purchasing them like Bitcoin? Can I just pay for like 3/5 the cost of an individual up front? I mean, we already had something like that in history before. Why challenge the past? You know what I'm saying? And you know, I went back to like talking about the chains because I wasn't sure. So I'm planning ahead here. Y'all got to understand how culture works. Culture's ahead of the motherfucking game out here. So look, I even asked right here, do they come in chains or will I have to purchase those separately? So many questions, right? Who do we call for this? Who do we call for this? I got an 800 number yet. Go out there and help me out, y'all. I need comments and suggestions on what I need to do here to get my stock up because y'all are looking at an international landowner here. I got business to take care of.
You're that ignorant and you're that scared and that you're that pussy. You deserve to be in some daggone chains. And child, when they put it on TikTok, I'm gonna sit up there, I'm gonna record it, and I'm gonna talk about it too. I'm gonna be like, this dumbass ninja, because ain't no way. Because at the end of the day, that's all y'all are really pointing out is the fact that you're so scared. And y'all think, just like this man says, that y'all gonna be the leader of the community. You think that you're leading something? You ain't leading anything. Especially with these group of people, not Larry Elder here, but with these group of people that man just mentioned, talking about all the skeletons in their closets. Ricky Smiley with his woman dressing up in Steve Harvey and his many marriages, but everybody want to talk about Donald Trump. Child, we try to act like he is innocent. But then again, y'all taking relationship advice from the man on marriage number 3. Then there's daggone Roland, child. Roland is a story all his own. And lest we not get into Clown L. Hughley, because you know he is on my shit list forever. Ain't nothing that man can ever say nor do to make me ever listen to anything that nigga got to say. Y'all wilding out, y'all crashing out for a woman that ain't even black. Then when someone who is actually black, that would be me, try to help y'all see through the trees, y'all don't want to see it. You can see this right here. You know daggone well you didn't heard Hillary come through here saying the same exact speech that Cam just said. Interesting how they can turn on their quote unquote black scent whenever they in front of you ninjas and y'all be falling for it. The last place that should be falling for this mess is the daggone church. Everybody is effing compromised. Then you wonder why there's problems in the community. These people got rich off of us, basically, at the end of the day, and now they think they can command and demand, and y'all be falling for it? Y'all gonna listen to those niggas? D.L. Hughley, the one that wouldn't even believe his own child over a man, he chose a man over his own child. He chose a man over his own child, and you gonna listen to him?
We just heard her talk about that before.
Cross-dresser for whatever the reason is. Shout out to Cat Williams for showing us all what 2024 was gonna be.
All hail Catstradamus, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I got something else for y'all. All hail Catstradamus. Catstradamus predicted everything that we experienced this year. And I think that what we need to do is we need to have a little prayer break. I think that's due right now.
Look! There goes the enemy! Look! There goes the enemy! So we hold up the sword of truth, Jesus Christ! Shoot a fight! Stop it on the enemy! We love you, God! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, we love you, God!
That's right, Jesus Christ. That's right.
Y'all can't wait to see what 2025 is going to be. Y'all gonna get on daggone internet talking about, oh, this is bad for black people. That whole document don't mention black people at all. It don't say black. It ain't about black, but y'all want to take everything as victim. You can't see any benefit in anything. And then you want to try to drag everybody into your delusion. If you pussy, just say that's what you are. That's okay. I'll say it for you. Then this heifer right here. Yes, I said that. I meant that. And y'all trying to defend her, go defend her to your mama. Cause ain't no way she gonna say that mess that she said and then turn around and get in my face and think she got shit to say to me. Not a GD thing. Y'all keep listening to people that are trying to scare you, and then listen to Cardi damn B, who ain't even articulate at all, who was out here. These are y'all's role models. She out here DRUGGing men, taking their money, stealing, and y'all gonna sit up here and listen to her for the second time. Allow these people to play in your face, but then you think it's something wrong with us? No, it's something wrong with y'all. All of y'all is going along with this mess. But like I said, if she gets to be the daggone president, and y'all still over here whining and complaining about the eggs is high, the milk is high, we're gonna talk about you, we're gonna laugh at your ass, and we're gonna judge. Y'all let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the like button.
Never a dull moment on Messy's channel. Oof. She did it again. Oof. Go subscribe to Messy, y'all. She's got the flame. She's got it. And she's got it for you heifers. So, hey, that's why I just let them speak. I'm letting her speak. And then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna talk to Shoe on Head, the little pixie bunny, looking all cute in her little video. So let's move on ahead here. This is Shoe on Head. If she is the type of content you're looking for, go for it. Go for it. She's all about pop culture and what's happening socially. Check her out. She gonna be the new one, the new video popping up here with her glasses. Oh wait, yeah, I was watching that part where she had the glasses on. She looked cute as shit with her glasses on. Little bunny. Ooh, little bunny. All right.
Hello, everyone.
So let's get into this. We're gonna talk about the man problem. She dropped this 10 days ago, right before the election. But being a topic about men coming from the mouth of a woman, how dare she? How dare she? But this is Shoe on Head. So I already knew that there was going to be a little bit of something else there. There's going to be layers to the topic. And, well, she got a big old American flag behind her. Let's see what she got to say about our nation, y'all. Let's get into it.
And happy 1-year anniversary to my male loneliness epidemic video. I'm happy to announce that since that video uploaded, the discourse has greatly improved. People all around the world are taking men's issues more seriously, and the gender war has finally come to an end. Just kidding, everything has gotten worse and nobody has learned anything. From the witches on The View cackling about how men are useless.
Do we need men?
Men are useless. I mean,
to women online.
Like, how can, again, national television, right? And so you got the D.L. Hughley radical leftist talking this old nappy-headed hoe stuff. Then you got these, do we need men? Radical lefties. Both of them was telling us vote for Kamala. Fuck.
Saying they'd rather be stranded in the woods with a bear than a man.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
The bear. Bear.
Hey, shout out to Mala. Look at Mala up in the corner. She's so cute. All these hotties on this one video. Damn, I'm simping out. Damn.
It seems that things have gotten more toxic than ever, and the gender divide couldn't be any wider, especially politically.
In 2008, 58% of young people leaned Democratic. 2012, 53%. And in the last two major election years, that percentage held steady at 55%. But in 2023, that number dipped below 50% for the first time since 2005. Yep. And you'll notice right here, they've started to lean more Republican. And that's partly because of one specific group, young men.
Okay, I know I said I was going to focus on the gender war and not talk about politics for a while. However, I found a loophole. Politics is talking about gender war. With this election being hailed by the media as the man versus woman election, according to any and all data coming out recently, men all around the world have shifted more right, and women have shifted more left. But women...
Yep, that's an absolute fact. And that's across the world as far as their conservatism and views on national defense and security for the nations and the economies of the nations. A lot of that is the catalyst for men starting to look more right.
And going more left was not the focus of this month's outrage. The outrage, of course, was about men. That's right, we got our yearly, oh no, what is happening to men? Why are they moving to the right freak out? But unlike last year, this freak out isn't solely happening on the internet, no. It's also happening in Washington, D.C.
There are only 46 days until Election Day, and the Harris-Walz campaign is struggling to appeal to a group of voters that could determine the outcome of the election, and that is men.
The Harris campaign is making an aggressive last-minute effort to win over younger male voters.
Am I really gonna make a video criticizing the Democrat Party days before the election?
Days before.
Of course I am. Now, before you celebrate or grab your pitchforks, this is not a pro-Trump video. This is a do better video. This is a mommy's not mad, she's disappointed video. Actually, I lied. Mommy's pretty mad. In this video, I am going to be addressing the Democrats' so-called man problem, the recent discourse about men moving right, the last-minute pandering.
And anybody who is a friend of the channel and has been here for my previous episodes, especially the men's mental health episodes, you've already caught that I told you and explained to you what was going on in Australia and how they're actually starting government organizations to study men and analyze male aggression and basically put us in a test tube like we're to be studied instead of addressing the social ills that surround us. Yeah, they want to just study us and call us the problem. And that's what's starting off in Australia. Now, granted, a lot of it was due to a string of violent attacks, but that's also not to say that Australia is a very fucking liberal place in some areas, and they get what they have coming to them when they do things unchecked. So, you know, people just do this open border bullshit. You get what you get. Shit in, shit out. It's what you get.
The Democratic Party is doing to get them back, what they could be doing instead, and of course going over some terrible opinions. Not my opinions. I have never had a bad opinion in my life. Except that one opinion. We don't talk about that one opinion. In a world where it seems like everything men do and like is toxic, from eating meat to working out to even having a beard. Oh wait, that reminds me. Before we get into this video, let's quickly give a
Remember that, guys? We give them the ick. Remember? We give them the ick. They wrote a whole fucking list about things that give them the ick. You can't carry an umbrella. You can't run. You can't jog. You can't eat ice cream. You can't eat a banana. You can't
Shout out to today's video sponsor, Henson Shaving. If you've used a multi-blade...
All right, so pause. I just had to look at shoe on head with glasses. Yeah, I like her with glasses. She cute.
Razor, you're probably familiar with this story. Irritation, razor burns, and maybe even ingrown hair. Studies show 2/3 of men experience some form of irritation after shaving. It's something they just expect at this point. They deal with overpriced blades, irritated skin, and think that's just the way it has.
We're going to watch this commercial, everybody, because we're showing Siobhan Head respect because she looks super hot in her glasses, first of all. Secondly, it's a shaving commercial. Thirdly, you should see this razor. It looks like something that Trump would release. It needs to be, we need these. We need Trump razors just like this in solid gold, y'all. About $3.99.
Has to be. Until now. Henson Shaving is on
3 easy payments.
A mission to improve shaving with real innovation and a focus on your skin's health. Their razors are made with solid aluminum, making them not only durable, but environmentally friendly too.
Is that not a presidential fucking razor, y'all?
Even in the packaging. And the blades are fully recyclable. What really sets Henson apart is their engineering, with their Henson AL13 safety razor being manufactured in an aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station. This precision. Thank you to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you for not skipping the ad.
I skipped the ad. She's gonna yell at me. I'm sorry, Shoe on Head.
If you are a regular viewer to the Shoe on Head channel, first of all, I'm sorry. But also, you know by now, I have been documenting the internet and society in general's growing and widely accepted hatred of men. This has been happening for a very long time. And if you dare spoke up about it, you were called an incel or a pick-me, depending on your gender. But seemingly, almost out of nowhere, there has been a change of heart.
You know, I think men are in crisis, actually, in this country. I think that plays out different ways.
They beat her up behind the studio after this. You know they did. They beat her up. That poor lady. They've probably never seen her again.
I think we need to have a real conversation about.
Can we get a health check on her? Can somebody do a wellness check? I don't know her name. She's cute, but they probably beat her up.
Wow, that's interesting. Mainstream media talking about this? I wonder why they care so much now. Democrats fear Harris losing too many male voters to Trump.
Oh, that's why.
Signs have been mounting that, for the first time in recent decades, Democrats may lose majority support from young men in 2024. The risk to Democrats is that this is not just a one-time fluke, but an indication of growing trouble with men in coming elections. Democrats can celebrate the support they are getting from young women, but they also need to take the disaffection of young men seriously, engage them directly, and respond to the visions of manhood and masculinity that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are offering. Alright, Kamala, you got 2 weeks to reverse anti-male propaganda and resentment fueled by our government, media, and institutions. How you gonna do it? Harris campaign creating space for white dudes. Oh, that's a great idea. I mean, a little too late, but...
So just rewind all the misandry, rewind all that, and we're just going to create a safe space, right? We're going to create a safe space like we do for the helmet kids and the carpet kids and the LGBT kids, and they have their little bubbles, and they go in their little bubble, and they get head pats on the head, and they get a sandwich and a blankie, and they're just going to do that for the white dudes too, right?
I'm glad you're finally doing to be honest about role in history. Oh. It's always a space for white men.
So let's rewind that back.
Harris campaign by our government, media, and institutions. How you gonna do it? Harris campaign creating space for white dudes. Oh, that's a great idea. I mean, a little too late, but I'm glad you're finally doing to be honest about role in history. Oh. It's always a space for white men to talk about how much they suck.
What made you start this group, White Dudes for Harris? And I suspect some of it has to do with the polling.
Yeah, for far too long, the left has essentially ceded white men to the MAGA right. There's large parts of the left who have gone out of their way to alienate white men over the last couple of years. And that's understandable in many ways. We decided that we wanted to create space for white men to be a part of electing Vice President Harris.
At the top of the call, White Dudes for Harris organizer Ross Morales Roquito said he wanted to address what he called the elephant in the room, criticism surrounding an event organized for white men given the country's history of racism. A lot of people felt uncomfortable about the call, he said. Throughout American history, when white men organized, it was often with pointy hats on. They can't even have their gay little Zoom call where they circle jerk about hating themselves without their own movement going, yikes! A bunch of white males in one space? Seems kind of like the KKK. Black people can have their little groups and that's fine, but if a bunch of white people get together, well...
Right.
Well, that's just called breadtube. Never mind. White Dudes for Harris. I mean, she's doing pretty bad with Latinos, too. What's next? Right. Hombres con Harris?
Absolutely.
Oh. So basically, men are leaving the...
Let's rewind
It's
that
called
back.
breadtube.
All right, hold on, y'all.
Never mind. White Dudes for Harris. I mean, she's doing pretty bad with Latinos, too. What's next? Hombres con Harris?
Y'all, for real. I didn't even know that this was a thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to throw it up the laughs. I got to. I'm sorry, y'all. What the fuck? Let's go.
Oh. So basically, men are leaving the Democratic Party in droves, and it's not looking too good for the Democrats. So it wasn't long until everyone's favorite discourse hit Twitter again. If Kamala loses, which is very possible, there needs to be a real discussion about how Democrats speak to and reach young men. If Kamala loses.
Right.
If she wins, there doesn't have to be a discussion. We shouldn't change anything. Clearly, we're doing everything right. To be clear, I'm not saying we need to worry about women less or change any positions. I'm saying the polling around young men is concerning, and if it turns out to be true, we need to have a discussion about how condescending we are coming off to a huge part of the electorate. To be clear, I'm not saying we have to change anything, I'm just wondering why men aren't voting for us.
Right.
What? I am gonna regret posting this so hard. And oh boy did he! The replies were insane, to say the least. I must admit, I cringed reading most of this. I feel that one thing you didn't address is the systemic entitlement bestowed upon white men in the US. That sense of entitlement, that privilege they felt for eternity, is eroding. Systemic entitlement they have felt for eternity? They're like 22 years old. The f*** do you mean eternity? Who is this like 200-year-old man? So, young men are snowflakes with hurt fifis because they're not the center of attention anymore. Got it. So, are they poor little snowflakes, boo-hoo, or are they scary fascists that are gonna turn America into the Handmaid's Tale? Because they can't be both. You either care about the future, or you don't. You cannot simultaneously hand-wave away men moving to fascism, but also fearmonger about it. Hi, man here. Maybe men just need to stop being absolute pieces of dog shit. It seems like the easiest thing to do.
Look at this cuck. Look at this cuck. With the broad paintbrush. Outrageous.
Right? I don't feel alienated or uncomfortable with democratic messaging because I'm not a complete wannabe fascist cheese dick incel loser who thinks he's the good guy. Reddit and its consequences have been a disaster for the male race. They just need to get off their asses, stop playing video games, and get real jobs.
Bro, you serious right now? The jobs that the boomers exported overseas? What are we talking about exactly here? Dude looks like a boomer too.
First of all, what
He's a boomer.
real jobs? These guys are coming out of college with useless diplomas and there are no jobs. Also, what an out-of-touch boomer-ass take. Get off your ass and stop playing those video games from the generation who watches TV 24/7. I don't want to hear it. Tell them to get therapy. Tell them whatever you told or gave to women in the 1950s. They made this bed, let them sleep alone in it. Or be f***ing better men. Any other group of people and it's, oh, boo-hoo, poor baby. Let me rewire all of society so your feelings aren't hurt. And then with men, it's get therapy. Be f***ing better. While there is truth in messaging needs to be better from Democrats as a whole, I reject that telling young men they need to be better is the problem. They are trash in their nature, and if they can't do the work to not be toxic waste of seed, that's on them. Vote for my team, by the way. We may not want to hear it, but this is what the data reflects. There is a massive loneliness epidemic in this country, which is disproportionately affecting men. Instead of calling them incels or mocking them, we should be willing to hear out their concerns. Wow, a surprisingly good tweet in a sea of bullshit. That's nice to see. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming you're a straight white man, so yeah, go do something about it. Why are you guys bothering the rest of us with this? I can't figure it out. Because I would like for Democrats to win the election. Why do you care about men suffering? Because I want to win the election.
Right, because I want to win the election.
This is the issue right here.
Let people talk long enough in 4K and they say everything that needs to be said. Just let them talk long enough.
Start seeing men as people and not numbers in polls. That is step one. You can't even do step one. Anyway, there were thousands of these kind of...
Men are a utility. We're a means to an end. There is no looking at us as if we're real human beings. That doesn't exist. Our feelings don't matter. Period.
Tweets in response to this guy. You get it. We've seen it all before. If I went through all of them, this video would be 3 hours long. White dudes for Harris wasn't the only strange attempt the Democrats threw out at the last second to get the male vote.
Hey, white dudes. So, I think we're all pretty sick of hearing how much we suck. Every time you go online, it's the same story. We're the problem. And yeah, some white dudes are. Trump and all his MAGA buddies are out there making it worse.
Are you f***ing kidding me? Years of these people saying men suck and are the problem, and now they're like, hey fellow men, are you sick of being told you suck and are the problem? The audacity! Apparently, Kamala Harris has a secret weapon to win over male voters.
Kamala Harris is turning to her running mate, Tim Walz, hoping he is the secret weapon who can chip away at Donald Trump's support from men.
Much like how Trump chose Pence to win over the more establishment Republican voters, Kamala seems to have chosen Tim Walz to try and win over the white male vote. And boy, are they trying. Now, I don't hate Tim Walz. In fact, I was pleasantly surprised when they chose him over Josh Shapiro. I like a lot of his policies, like his universal school lunch policy. That's an amazing policy. You'd have to be an insane freak to disagree with that. Or a libertarian. But I repeat myself. And there were a few times where he was speaking where I completely forgot he was running to be Kamala's VP and not president himself. And he actually brought a lot of energy to the Democratic stage for once. So what the f was this? Putting out a bunch of ads of Tim Walz changing the air filter in a car, clumsily shooting a gun, and drawing a political football play-by-play. Trotting out Walz like some kind of minstrel show of a white man. Like a man dressing up like a man for Halloween. You don't gotta do all this, bro, I promise you. And they don't shy away about how that's exactly what they are trying to do. Tim Walz is clearly a Midwest man's man, but he's the antidote to toxic MAGA masculinity. Despite his typically masculine resume as a Midwestern football coach and veteran, Walz is utilizing those qualities to push forward a more progressive, compassion-based form of masculinity. Part of being a vice president is understanding that you are just that, someone who is there to aid and support the president. Walz simply being there on the ticket with a woman and taking a back seat to his running mate, Vice President Kamala Harris, is him embracing his leadership role in a positive, masculine way. Football coach and cheerleader, how Tim Walz is defining masculinity. Amy Deal, a sexism researcher and author of the 2023 book Glass.
If that ain't a fucking basket weaving degree. A researcher of sexism.
Walz told USA Today that men like Walz who are intentional about rejecting traits and beliefs commonly dubbed as toxic masculinity are the tonic to harmful stigma associated with expectations of men and boys. He shows you can be masculine but also not threatened by women as equals or women who are in positions of power. In fact, you can be cheerleaders for them. Notice the common theme here: taking a back seat, cheerleading. Like 5 different articles I read specifically use this word cheerleading. Even a few about Kamala Harris's husband, Doug. God knows we need an antidote for all the lousy men in the news, and I think I found one. A lovable goofball who is happy to cheerlead for his wife.
The backstage. It's all about putting them on the back burner. It's the woman up front. And that's the way they pushed it forward, expecting young men to relate. How asinine. BDBGP, how you living, bro? I'm doing good over here. Feeling all right after all this election mess. I'm doing a little PTSD decompression on this mess and just laughing and poking holes in society as always. Oh man, Indigo Flow, nice to have you as well. Trying to see if anybody else showed up here. I think I got caught up with everybody. Professor Lovely Lady, I may have not shouted you out. Hey, sweetheart, glad to see you. Awesome.
The Vice President of the U.S. Thank God for Doug Emhoff. Successful guys can support their wives and be respected. You don't have to be the quarterback to play the game at an elite level. Emhoff and his breed of dudes who are giving it their best shot may never be as come hither to lost young men as the militant Andrew Tate models of manhood, but they are out there, and, not unlike good husbands, will appear when they are needed. From the outside looking in, the right promises young men a return to the good times, of the glorious past. You know, the one your grandfather had. The Coca-Cola ad rose-tinted version of the past. Back when you can afford a house and support a family on one income. While the left, which historically, in my opinion, had the policies to make that happen, are instead trying to sell men a vision of the future. And well, the future is female. A future where you're no longer playing the game, men. You're on the
like everything from the intellectual properties that we held dear as guys and the things that we participated in hobby-wise in our what were safe spaces or what were our little cliques and groups and clubs, comic books, action figures, role-playing games, these things that were inherently separate and allowed us to participate and express ourselves and run and be aggressive and yell and scream and shove each other and just inherently be boys. It's all been invaded by women and girls because everything has to be equal. The future's female. The Force from Star Wars is female. The Boy Scouts are female. Everything that was the structure of the institutions that allowed men to express themselves in healthy ways have all been stripped away. And you expect men to come along with you just because you say so, and they are politically aligned with you. You're delusional. You swung the pendulum way too far. You used monkeys in the media. You used these movie stars, these Hollywood elites, these sports figures, the Diddy clan. Diddy, no Diddy. The Diddy clan, basically. Everybody who has some kind of bullshit past. You used all these people and dangled them in front of us like we're supposed to give a fuck. Motherfucker LeBron, bro, hey, I just got on a $13,000 debt, due to circumstances beyond my control, motherfucker. How about you settle that debt for me? How much you get paid to suck all over Kamala's titties? Like these people, like, and the average proletariat, the average asshole that just walking around here barreling through life is just following right behind all this mess.
Sidelines being a cheerleader. Doesn't that just sound so exciting?
But us moderates, we weren't falling for this shit this time.
Like, what the hell is going on inside these DNC consultant meetings? I really gotta know. Does anyone have any ideas on how to appeal to young men? And please, for the love of God, do...
Hold up, pause. I did not see this. Why did she put the, what's that thing called? Bull ring? Why she put the bull ring in her hair?
Like, what the hell is going on inside these DNC consultant meetings? I really gotta know. Does anyone have any ideas on how to appeal to young men? And please...
She lit.
Please, for the love of God, do
chain.
not say we have to
I
offer
am
them anything or change
y'all.
it anyway.
Hit the like button.
I got it.
What?
Yeah, this is shoe
Camo
on head.
hats.
We did that.
Vasectomy bus.
We did that.
Have you perhaps tried nagging them?
Yes, we've been doing that. Say, you know that whole male loneliness epidemic thing? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, yeah.
A really nice place. Have you been here before?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. I bring everybody here. I said I go on a lot of
Oh my God.
but
These commercials are wild.
Hey men, if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, women won't fuck you. Brilliant. Young men should know that if you vote for Trump, you're basically never going to get laid. I mean, is it incorrect? Don't think so. Trump gives girls the ick. Vote Harris, get laid.
Killer, I agree. Wait, what? Let's go back. Hold on. It's one of her most watched moments too. Let's go back. Okay, so the Democrats are trying to figure out how to appeal to young men. Let's go.
What the hell is going on inside these DNC consultant meetings? I really gotta know. Does anyone have any ideas on how to appeal to young men? And please, for the love of God, do not say we have to offer them anything or change in any way.
I got it.
What?
Camo hats.
We did that.
Vasectomy bus.
We did that.
Have you perhaps tried nagging them?
Yes, we've been doing that. Say, you know that whole male loneliness epidemic thing? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, yeah.
A really nice place. Have you been here before?
yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. I bring everybody here. I said I go on a lot of dates.
It's real.
But
Hey men, if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, women won't fuck you. Brilliant.
Let me tell you what. We already weren't fucking y'all. We was already asking y'all to stop with the hair and the weave, the hair and the fucking lashes and the makeup and all the bullshit, the BBLs. We was already telling you stink. You don't wash your pussies. Personal experience, anecdotal. That's right. I had a dirty one. I mean, well, y'all don't learn how to wipe till you're in your 20s anyway, but whatever. Look, we're not fucking y'all anyway. Especially over here. I'm not. It'd be a cold day in hell. It's going to have to be something very, very special. Anyway, this isn't a threat. This falls on deaf ears. Nobody's listening to this. No one cares. I know the white dudes ain't either. Everybody trying to run pockets, get the bag, blah, blah, blah. Looking for a Brad, looking for a Chad, looking for a Tyrone, looking for looking for a trust fund, blah, 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 6'5", blue eyes, whatever. They made songs about that shit. They're looking to fuck the bear. Men heard it all. You think we're dumb. 4K. You did it all fucking term long. All Biden's term. Talk your shit.
Young men should know that if you vote for Trump, you're basically never going to get laid. I mean, is it incorrect? Don't think so. Trump gives girls the ick. Vote Harris, get laid.
Yeah.
They are not
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, sis. No voting, no fucking.
The pretending to be progressive to get laid allegations with this one. Literally just endorsing woke fishing. When men pretend to be more progressive on dating apps to get laid. Do not do this, by the way. Be open and honest about your opinions. And no, you cannot fix them. Also, pretty weird and like low-key sexist to imply like women are some prize for voting the correct way.
You're not a prize.
Hey, and if all else fails,
you're not a prize. Your pussy stinks. Shut the fuck up and sit down. Wash, right?
Go after the Gooner vote.
Oh! Sorry, you can't do that.
What the hell, man? How'd you get in here?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning porn.
Bro, this isn't a lit commercial. This commercial's not no bueno at all. Like, realistically, he'd be shot dead. I'm just saying, like, poo-poo. Like, you're invading in my house, and I'm handling business either with myself or someone else. This commercial sucks. It's not very realistic. 0 out of 10.
Nationwide.
I'm sorry. I love this ad. The one time they speak to men directly, and it's, hey men, the Republicans are gonna take away one of the only vices you use to numb the pain. So vote for us. Bleak. Just the absolute state of the world right now. Also, was that Germa? Believe it or not, this wasn't the worst of it.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man. And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Meat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare. You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor? I eat carburetors for breakfast.
I thought that this commercial was like a Saturday Night Live skit. I thought it was maybe like you know how like there's like those studios on YouTube. Folks who watch YouTube a lot, you know, like there's those little studios where it'd be like 2 or 3 different channels get together and they just make like big movies, or like Corridor Digital, right? Like Corridor Digital's got their whole little factory where they just put things together. I thought this was one of them commercials. I swear to God, I thought it was a commercial. Like somebody was like, let's make fun of a political commercial, but do a commercial about a political commercial. I swear.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of. Women.
When I first saw this, I thought it was a parody created by Republicans to make fun of how hard the Democratic Party is trying to pander to men to get their vote. But alas.
I love women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
Everything from them directed towards men has to have like this tone of irony or self-deprecation. They can't even do it sincerely. But apparently, white men aren't the only demographic Kamala is struggling with.
This is the Democratic margin among black men under the age of 45 in presidential elections. You go back to November of 2012, what do you see? You see Obama by 81. Clinton only won him by 63. Then we're all the way down to
That was when they pulled the wool over our eyes.
53. A tremendous drop already. And then you take a look at the average of the most recent polls, and Kamala Harris is up by only 41 points.
Democrats deployed their ultimate weapon, Barack Obama. At a campaign stump for Harris on Thursday in Pittsburgh, Obama said that despite Harris raising upward of $1 billion, we have yet to see the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. That lag in energy, he added, appears, quote, to be more pronounced with the brothers. You're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that, he said, because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman for president, and you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. Once again, their only tactic seems to be getting in a man's face and going, tisk tisk bad boy. Like a dog that just peed on the carpet. It's not 2014 anymore, Barack. Nobody cares about sexism, motherfucker. We can't afford groceries. What's crazy is, as far as I know, Kamala herself has never played the woman card. She has never played the sexism card. In fact, she actively pushes against it.
You've been reluctant to lean into, to talk about the historic nature of your candidacy on the campaign trail. Why is that?
Well, I'm clearly a woman. I don't need to point that out to anyone. The point that most people really care about is, can you do the job? And do you have a plan to actually focus on them?
I was proud. It's like they finally learned from Hillary Clinton's failure. But that didn't stop the media or Barack Obama from doing it for her. Thanks, Obama. For all the Zoomers, thanks, Obama was a meme in like 2008. Yeah. It was funny back then. That would have slapped. While I was writing this video, Kamala and Gretchen Whitmer were getting ready to film a video at a bar together when Kamala was apparently caught on hot mic saying this.
Yeah. Oh, we have microphones and listening to everything. I didn't realize that. Okay. So, well,
You'll
now
bleep
you tell
my
us.
F words.
We just told all the family secrets. Shit.
We need to move ground with men.
Could you imagine if during all of her political speeches and interviews that she actually addressed us like a human being, like she was talking right there in that bar and acting normal right there in that bar and didn't put that mask on that we saw, that fake bullshit that we dealt with? Could you imagine the little bit of ground she might have gained? And also if she'd have told the rest of her fucking liberal libtard weirdos, shut the fuck up and let me get this done, they might have quelled a little bit of this overcorrection for trying to appeal to men. Fucking stupid. People don't understand. Just talk to one another. Just engage with one another. Touch fucking grass. Be real.
And so what we're gonna do is pretend to drink beer at a bar. Men like beer, right?
Cheers.
Just talk about policy. Just be yourself.
Yeah,
just
see, there we
listen to men and what they want. Kamala, all you gotta do is talk. Actually, no, now that I think about it, that might make it worse. Put Tim Walz out there, okay? Let Tim Walz do the talking. Don't dress him up as a man. You wanna know how to speak to men? Go to where they are. A good place to speak to young men is the Joe Rogan podcast, which Kamala hinted at going on, but then that never happened.
That was her biggest fuck up. She lost it when she didn't go to Joe Rogan. She lost everything. And if she had gone on Joe Rogan, she would have had to have gone on with something of substance. It couldn't have been no bullshit falling back on everybody's fee-fees. Well, my mother moved here, and my mother was a single mother. And my mother, nobody gives a fuck about you fucking baby mamas. Stop. Nobody cares. The country voted accordingly. No one gives a fuck. Sit the fuck down. You have every program in the world available to you. Take the advantage of them and move the fuck forward in life. And she used that shit over and over and over and over and over and over. And abortion and AB, over and over and over again. The fuck was she going to go on Joe Rogan and talk about? Shit was a loss from the beginning. We need to go back and watch the Asmongold again, where we see how how old Joe turned around and looked back like, yeah, I just shit on the whole nation by dropping this bitch off for y'all.
And instead, Trump went on, and that episode hit like 20 million views in a day. But like, can you blame her? Joe Rogan is just one of the most popular podcasts in the world with a majority young male audience. I hate it here. Every time this topic comes up, so does the topic of like Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, internet algorithms, Gamergate, whatever.
There is a massive amount of right-wing radicalization that has been occurring, especially in younger male spaces. Any hobbies whatsoever, whether it's playing video games, whether it's working out,
I got no love for
whether
Hassan.
it's, I don't know, listening to like a history podcast or whatever, everything that they see is
Gamergate. Yes. So, like I mentioned before, when I was talking about them creating safe spaces for white men now, when historically men had their own little things, the Boy Scouts was for the boys, et cetera, et cetera. Video games for decades have been dominated by men, period. Men create the games. Men worked for the gaming studios. Men developed the programming languages that were used in creating the games, the engines to drive your little character to walk across the screen. All of these things were developed by men, okay? And it's just the way it works, all right? I'm sure there's a woman out there that's figured out a nice little way to stitch some yarn, okay? That's her industry. That's what the girls did. The boys are over here doing our shit, all right? Gamergate is a bunch of women walking into a room where men are doing man shit, talking about man shit, busting each other's balls, calling each other's pussies. You ain't shit. F you, nigga. Fuck you, bitch. They're talking shit. That's not a space for you. Because we're going to shove each other. We're going to talk shit to each other. We're going to be racist to each other. We're going to bust each other's motherfucking balls. We're going to call each other's motherfucking pussies and fags. And we're not going to give a motherfucking shit because we got hair on our chest and balls between our legs. And we walk 10 toes down because we motherfucking men. And then you introduce a fucking woman to the equation. And feelings get hurt. There's no flowers. And there's no unicorns. And you're in this chat room. And that's not fair. I don't feel included. That's Gamergate. That's where it all started. And then you look at things like Lara Croft and Samus from Metroid series and the fact that they're absolutely gorgeous, voluptuous women and have been from the 80s. Yes, they're drawings of fantasy. Who gives a fuck? I like my chicks with big tits. So... But all the bitches decided that because it's a male space and I want to look at unicorns and bunnies and flowers, that you shouldn't have women with big tits. You should have women that are fat, and you should have women that are ugly, and you should have women that have little tits, and you should have women. It's not your fucking space, bitch. And here we are. DEI. We got games all over the place, all around the world that everybody can play, but no one's playing. No one's playing them. No one's buying them. No one wants them. No one wants to play them. Some of them have absolutely awesome, fundamentally awesome character development and fighting, and graphics are off the chain, but the storylines are shit. Because they're forcing down your throat the fact that this one character is a trainee whatever the fuck they flip-flop, the flip-floppers, whatever the fuck they are. Motherfucker, there's a calamity across the whole fucking universe, but because we got diversity and everybody has to have rainbows and bunnies and shit, I gotta stop the calamity and worry about this dragon that's about to breathe fire down the back of my neck because you're having an identity crisis from the real world that these weird fucks have injected in a game that my children are playing. I don't have kids. I pray for you parents. Because yes, your babies are getting indoctrinated on the video game side as well with this tranny shit. It's a bunch of bullshit. That's what Gamergate started as. A bunch of little girls that just wanted to be in the group with the boys, but didn't like the fact that the boys were doing what boys motherfucking do. And now it's manifested itself into corporations supporting all the little rainbows and bunnies and unicorns and shit. And none of the companies are making money. No one's buying your bullshit. That's Gamergate in a nutshell.
Is right-wing sentiment being expressed by individuals that they find charismatic.
But you can only blame internet algorithms for so much for so long. This automatic
Yeah, you know what, Indigo Flow? Horizon series is badass. It's badass. They blended it well. They even kind of like, I knew where they were going with the expansion pack, the Fire and Ice expansion pack. I realized what they were doing with it. It was obviously a lesbo fantasy game, and she fell in love with the other girl and all that bullshit. It was obvious they were going to do that. But they handled it. It was like any other adventure game. It was just like some shit that happens with your adventure. It wasn't like they were shoving it down your throat and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's all about the writing. It's all about the realism and the believability, right? And they've lost it. They've lost the plot completely. And it's all about shoving down everybody's throat that you got to accept. 1% of the population, less than 1% of the population. And I just spent 10 minutes talking about this dumbass subject. It all started with just equality. Let the brown folks and the women get the same shit. That's all it was. The brown folks and the women. Brown folks, white folks, women, everybody. Brown folks, minorities, the others, everybody else, Asians, everybody else. Equality, that's it. Now we've just imagined shit. We made up all these imaginary fucking subdivisions for society and shit, and everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie. We fucking lost the message. Completely lost it. Ridiculous.
Assumption that any dissent from liberal mainstream thought could only be caused by manipulation or brainwashing from podcasters is honestly a cope, in my opinion, and just an easy excuse for failing to reach anyone beyond your own subreddit. As if this all wasn't the result of like a stagnant neoliberal corpo hell world that created a vacuum that was just waiting to be filled with any kind of populism. The crazy thing is, the Democratic Party did have a candidate who successfully spoke to the demographic that they are currently trying so hard to reach. His name was Bernie Sanders. And every time he did speak to that demographic, or say he was concerned that the Democratic Party didn't do enough to speak to that demographic, he was called a sexist, a racist, he was backstabbed multiple times, and cheated out of winning the
They did Bernie wrong. And y'all know y'all did Bernie wrong. Y'all did RFK wrong. Y'all know you did RFK wrong. Of the two candidates that y'all are sitting here belly aching about, RFK had better speeches than both of them, hands down. Challenge me. Challenge me. RFK had better speeches than both of them combined. But y'all didn't support him. Y'all dog walked him. Y'all dog walked Bernie. All right.
Democratic primaries. His fans were called Bernie
No skin off my ass.
Bros and constantly berated as sexists and misogynists. His campaign was too white and too male, and this apparently was a top priority to remedy in future campaigns. We were told he was just like Trump and, quote, appealed to angry white men. Well, 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 who's trying to appeal to angry white men now, bitch? It's almost like Bernie's hyper-focus.
And to add, well, 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 who won the presidency, bitch?
Focus on working class issues, bread and butter issues, and populism was naturally attractive to men. No football or beer required. I miss him. And you know what? Maybe this shift with young men has less to do with who's holding the football and more of what happens when the DNC spends all their time and energy trashing the little bit of populism in their movement. And if you ask me, handing conservatives a monopoly on anti-establishment rhetoric on a silver platter was probably their first mistake. They kind of gave up on that bread and butter New Deal stuff for identity politics, and if you deny this, you are either lying or coping. The physical manifestation of the left has gone from the vision of the blue-collar union worker to a nagging, scolding fat woman with blue hair, barging into everyone's spaces and culturally colonizing them. Change this, change that, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's just incredible for me to witness years of anti-male rhetoric finally come back to bite the left and Democrats in the ass. Watching these chickens come home to roost has just been both incredibly depressing and deliciously vindicating to me in a sick way, and I'm not sure if I should lend out a helping hand or Mufasa them off this fucking cliff. Some Democrats are nervous the party was too
Do that, Mufasa girl, do it.
late to realize the problem. These Democrats worry that the party has focused too much on courting women voters, LGBTQ voters, and culturally progressive voters, alienating too many men in the process. There's a recognition that we're losing men, and the things we're doing around men haven't been working. I think a lot of it is a reaction to social progressivism done the wrong way, says David Hogg. Young men, he says, feel like progressives look down on them for saying the wrong thing, even when it's a mistake. That discomfort is enough to drive them away from the Democratic Party, even if they don't necessarily agree with Republicans. They would rather be around someone they don't agree with who doesn't judge them, than somebody they do agree with who judges them constantly. Men aren't moving right because they are choosing fascism, they are moving right because the left made them the villains in their anime fanfiction. It's not that they all like Trump, it's that they all hate you, and no amount of camo hats is.
And my cousin in the UK asked me, she said, what happened? She goes, how does someone like that come back around? And it wasn't that she was feeling any kind of way either way about our elections. It was just an honest question. How does someone become president again in a case like that? And basically she's looking at it from the outside in. They're looking at it from probably a Euro-liberal kind of perspective with their media sources, and they're hearing the more inflammatory remarks that Trump talks about. So when she asked me that, I basically had to sum it up exactly how Shoe on Head just did. It was, everybody was sick and tired of the rhetoric. Everybody was sick and tired of what Harris stood for, what she was pulling together and backing. And 12, you said it very well. Her campaign started out anti-male. Shout out to you, sis. And you're right. You're right. And that's exactly right as well. When they realized that they needed the vote, they then attempted to shame the males into voting. That was exactly it. And we saw all this in 4K or actually 8K or 4K if you can't afford the 8K.
Going to fix that. But do not get it twisted. I do not in any way, shape, or form believe the GOP is going to help men. I don't think they're going to help anyone. Except maybe Israel. Do I think all of the left is some hyper woke fat lady wagging her finger
I almost spit my water. God damn.
and their anime fan fiction? It's not that they all like Trump. It's that they all hate you, and no amount of camo hats is going to fix that. But do not get it twisted. I do not in any way, shape, or form believe the GOP is going to help men. I don't think they're going to help anyone. Except maybe Israel. Do I think all of the left is some hyper woke fat lady wagging her finger in men's faces like no fun allowed? No. If I did, I wouldn't call myself left-wing. I'm not a Democrat, I'm a registered independent. But the Democratic Party is historically better on policy, and despite their messaging, even when it comes to helping men. Healthcare, higher wages, paid family leave, labor protection, social security, things Republicans have always fought against. And I think that's why this is extra frustrating to me. I don't say this with any love for the Republican Party. In fact, if anything, I say it with love for the Democratic Party. I fucking hate them, but deep down, I wish they could be better. I'm doing this for your own good.
That's right.
Go sleep, go sleep, shh.
Go to sleep.
Go sleep.
Go
I
to
love
sleep.
you, go to sleep. Shh. I just hope that whether Kamala wins or loses, the party can take a step back.
She put a pillow over the face of the Democratic Party. My girl, she's based. I love this girl.
I can evaluate what they're doing wrong. Because I don't think the Democratic Party should be the party for the gays and women. I think the Democratic Party should be the party for everyone, including angry white men. So in your opinion, what could the Democratic Party do to win back young men? Can they do anything? Are they fucked? To me, it might take decades of work to fix the culture, the rot that infests the progressive ideology. It is going to take a lot of work to fix, but I think it's worth it, not just for the Democratic Party's sake, but just for society's sake. If you like this video, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below.
There's Shuan Head's Patreon. Go donate, be her friend. And she's absolutely right. She is absolutely right. They burned themselves up. They burned up in orbit, not being of the right mind for us and keeping us or men in general in perspective and what the nation needs. About him being a convicted felon, would not have had a chance to run for the presidency again because he would have been placed under the jail. Oh yes, of course, of course. Again, all of this is right here on display, just like the just on display, sis, in 4K, 8K, depending on your budget. But yeah, just the same, the January 6th event and all of those who were convicted, all of their supporters feel that they and the BLM supporters should be treated exactly the same way. And it's all based on what team you're on. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you have the support in the right place, you see, we all see what happens here. Magic. Nothing else needs to be said or discussed. Facts, sis. Democrats say that they include everyone. They claim to be inclusive. No. Because as always, it's usually the loudest mouths, and they're usually the radicals, right? So even on the Republican side, the radical Republicans and the radical Dems, no, they're always the most racist. I don't know if I've told you guys this story before. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I'm going to go back to it again. But in my experience, just speaking anecdotally, the most racist people that I've ever met were the blackity black blacks and the crackety crackety whiteists. Period. The most extreme Republicans, the most extreme Democrats. Period. So everybody else is just a moderate, varying shade of wheat in between there. But I'm going to tell you, absolutely. So everybody's everywhere. We are all over the place. Hey, sis, shout out. stopping by. We just about to wrap up. You're gonna have to catch the replay, sis. But I love you bunches. I got plenty of your content at the beginning of the show. We went through. I did some reacts to some of your stuff, and I rocked out with you. I rocked out with Shoe on Head. I rocked out with Asmongold. And it's been a good night. Just a little decompression over all this mess and putting the public out there, letting society, holding the mirror up to society as we usually do. I'm sad I missed your show earlier, but I did catch the latter half of it, replay, before I started this. You always have plenty of content. You always have stuff to watch. So it's big up, Messy. Sis is out here with us. Yeah, twin, we out here. But that's all I got. That's all I got for tonight, everybody. I don't have any final thoughts. I thought the election is exactly as America expected it to go based on how we voted, how many people voted, and what we deserve as a country. Because if you don't vote, if you don't participate, and if you fall for the okie doke, like we talked about before, all these, you know what? Let's go back real quick from Messy here. Messy, we got something for the DL Hugleys out there. We're gonna go out with a little bit of a show for them. So let's address the DL Hugleys. Let's address the entertainers, the sports stars, and all of those who brought us to this moment with all this wonderful support they had for Cam. But as I like to address them, just dance for me, monkey. Just dance for me. That's all you need to do. Just dance.
Lousy, no good saying, monkey. Round and round the monkey goes.
I need no other gestures as long as you keep your word to me, monkey.
There we go. That's what we got for them. That's what we got for them. We got no love for them. They've failed. It's a failure. It's a failure. The leadership doesn't exist. We're going to have to look in the next 4 years, or whoever's going to roach out of the next 4 years out of the woodwork and represent the Democratic Party. But hey, as a middle of the road moderate, I'm just sitting back laughing. I'm sitting back laughing. My stock portfolio is what it is. It's looking up a little bit. My little coin investments up a little bit. What do I have to complain about? Y'all saw at the opening. Old girl woke up and she had $2 and some cents gas prices. What more is there to ask for? We got the America we deserved. You either voted or you didn't. But either way, we got what we deserved. Look, be kind to one another. Do what you got to do to survive. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Mona D, you came in at the end too, sis. Oh, one love to Mona D. Go check out Mona D as well, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Go back and hit the replay. I had a real good show tonight. We're back. I got a little, y'all will see, I got more animations. I got more memes. I got more sound effects. I'm trying to touch it up a little bit for 2025. Like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already, y'all. Peace.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs. Eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs. Find the way, and it's a shame. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat. They're eating the dog, eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog, dog. They're eating the dog, eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog. Millions and millions of dogs. Eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog, dog. They're eating the dog, eating the dog. They're eating the dog, dog, dog. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, eating the cat, eating the cat, eating the cat, eating the the cat, eating 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 the cat, eating.
Nancy feels that a newspaper, any newspaper, has the obligation to deliberately deal with those things which demand public attention. How do you feel about the controversy?
Basically, the fan behaves the same on Joe's suit. When I first turned the power on, or just prior to that, he's drawing 0.6 amps. It goes off scale high for a few seconds, falls back down to about...
The CBS Evening News with Walter Campbell.
Well, first I dumped to 9.